Hey everyone, I'm Crystal Shung, and today I'm here to present to you my capstone project called Floofs. Today we will be going over the following: an intro to who I am and why I chose this topic, the ideation and opportunity I saw, the UX research process, and the UX design process, which will lead into the prototype. So, why pet ownership? I have two Pomeranians that were rescued from a local rescue in DFW, and managing the needs of my first dog was hard enough, and then I got a second one. That's when the idea for Floofs came to me. If we have apps to manage everything from our finances to our own healthcare, then why do we not use the same type of solution for our pets? I saw the business and product opportunity for pet owners immediately. In the US, 70% of households own a pet, which equates to 90.5 million homes. And since then, 1 in 5 households acquired a cat or dog since the beginning of the pandemic. And 90% of these pet owners are not considering rehoming their pet in the near future, which is a good thing for all stakeholders involved. Why do Christmas puppies end up in shelters come early the next year? Usually the pet responsibility. This requires a lifelong commitment, which requires an investment of time and money, and that's going to include food, water, shelter, healthcare, and companionship. And so because of this, approximately 6.5 million companion animals enter shelters nationwide every year. So how can we prevent this? By creating a product that makes the responsibility of owning a pet easier. The target audience for Floofs was built with the novice first-time pet owner in mind. However, all experience levels of pet owners can benefit from our solution. The first-time pet owner can easily get over the learning curve of having a pet with the least amount of hassle. The experienced pet owner can easily integrate their pet's existing needs into our platform. So what is Floofs? Floofs supports you as a pet owner by managing both your pet's needs and your needs by creating a supportive pet owner community to help you throughout your journey. Floofs has both you and your pet in mind, so you're equipped to do and be the best pet owner you can be. User needs will include managing your pet's needs, such as health, grooming, training, and of course their happiness. Being able to join a pet community and network so you can get answers when you need to, and educating pet owners through their pet's well-being so that they can be better informed through content written by professional experts. There are other user scenarios, and I'll go over one. A busy pet owner worries about his puppy's symptoms, but he is working in person and cannot make normal office hours. So he utilizes the on-demand vet chat feature, and he gets his urgent questions answered at the convenience of his own schedule and home. Next, we will cover the UX research process. To kick off the research phase, I created a survey to gather data from people I knew through social media. For pet owners, I asked about motivations, pain points, and the methods in which they currently manage their pets' needs. The demographic of the survey participants was between 18 and 40. 77 participants participated in the survey, and 80.6% of participants stated that they would benefit from an app to help manage their pets' lives. Participants stated that the following pets' needs were their most common pain points: getting adequate exercise for their pets, the financial cost of unexpected illness and injury, reminders for vaccinations and preventative medication, being consistent with training, and scheduling vet appointments with a difficult time with high demand. I chose to interview a few pet owners. I gathered a lot of insight from the specific participant, who is a 24-year-old professional and a dog mom to her 5-year-old rescue lab, Coda. The top insights gathered include planning ahead for vet care, budgeting, and allocating time to socialize and train her dog every day. Next, I created a few personas, and the two are shown here. Aaron, who's a first-time dog owner who got an 8-week-old puppy, and he has no experience and did not prepare before getting his puppy. And Sam, who has an experience with a family dog growing up, but just adopted her own dog. Floofs can help both pet owners out here. To get a better understanding of the user's motivations, I created empathy maps for each persona. Next was to conduct a competitive analysis and research what solutions were on the market that had a similar functionality and a target audience. I chose to look at 4 applications that had at least one similar feature to us. Dog Buddy, PetFetch, PetDesk all had similar health and appointment management features, and AirVet, which had an on-demand vet chat service. By creating a feature analysis, I was able to identify that while these applications shared similar features, Floofs would be the only application to bring together all features for an all-inclusive solution in one place. The last phase of research in preparation for design was to map out all the user flows and create this information architecture. This diagram right here shows the mapping of each page within the app. There are 5 main pages: the dashboard or home page, notifications, services, community, and education. Each page shows subsequent arrows for the features within the page. Next, these are the user flows that correspond with the prototype that I will show you at the end. The first flow is of a first-time user downloading and signing up. The second flow is after signing up, the user books a vet chat appointment for an on-demand service. The third flow is of a user that wants to find pet owners to meet and socialize with, so they utilize the community page and its social feed and pet event feature. The last flow is of a user who wants to book a grooming appointment, so they search for their groomer by location, service, and availability, and book an appointment. The next phase we'll cover is UX design. I started by sketching on paper all the screens and interactions of each feature. Transition from sketches by pen and paper to a mid-fi wireframe in Figma. The wireframes were done parallel to the information architecture and 4 user flows. Through the design process, I went through over 6 iterations of the design, with having users click through the prototype and provide feedback. I also tested for web accessibility and made sure that the app was 95% AAA compliance and the other 5% AA compliance. For the next steps, this will include building out more functionality around other pets beyond cats and dogs, and to target an additional user group of potential pet owners, either another solution or a solution within this application for people who are seeking pet education before committing to a pet. Thank you for listening. Before we end, I will walk you through a prototype of Floos. The start of user flow 1, we're looking at the splash screen. So this is the first splash screen. Responsible pet ownership made easy. Then we're going to click next. A supportive community awaits you. And the third screen, pet education at your fingertips. So this is where the user can log in, and here the user already has signed up, so we're going to log in. And next we're going to create a pet profile, and so pet profile is going to be reused throughout the application for whenever you need to set something up and you don't want to input all your pet information over and over, and so it's just a way to automate that. So between dog or cat, here we're going to look at the prototype for a dog for the rest of the screens. And so this is going to be the first screen where you input basic information about your pet. It's going to start with your pet name, your pet sex, pet's breed, color, birthday, weight. Next screen is microchip, neuter, spay status, rabies tag, when the vaccine is due, if you have pet insurance, and any additional notes you would like anyone to know about your pet. And this last screen is going to be a summary of the basic information that you just put in. And so with this, you can reuse this pet profile throughout the various features within this app. And so from here, we'll click Get Started. And this is going to end the first user at the home page or the dashboard. And looking at the top, you're going to have your user, you're going to have the search bar, you're going to have My Pets, which is where those pet profiles that we just looked at will get stored. If you have multiple pet profiles, they'll show up here. Next, you're going to have Upcoming, which is basically a way to see anything that you have upcoming, whether it's an event or an appointment, etc. And then the last section is Reminders. This is going to be more of your daily to-dos or maybe monthly, weekly reminders that you always want to see. And then you can swipe to dismiss them or edit. So for the second flow, what we're going to do is imagine we're the persona who wants to book a vet chat appointment. So we're going to go click services, and then we're going to see the pet services that are offered. So vet chat, vet, actual appointment, grooming, boarding, training, daycare. So in this example, we'll click vet chat. This is going to be setting up for your vet chat appointment. So you're inputting your information, you're selecting the pet profile you want, then you're going to put your pet symptoms and what's going on here. You're going to click the CTA, and then you're going to have an intermediary screen of showing you when this process is getting started, because on the other side is a vet who's going to come help you. And so with this wait screen, once it's done, it'll bring you to the actual message screen. So here you can see the vet is reaching out and saying, hi there, thank you for reaching out to us, and then explaining the process. And then you as the user will say, hi, this is what happened, XYZ, is this okay, is this not? The vet will give you their professional opinion and their recommendation, and then from there you can exit. And then you'll have an aftercare summary basically for your pet, where it's like your chat summary, and you can see their recommendation, kind of things to look out for, or whatever they do advise depending on the scenario. And so from here you can either go back to the dashboard or click chat again, and that would be to chat same veterinarian that you spoke to. Is going to be a user who wants to book an in-person service. So we're here back on the home page again. We're going to click services, and then we're going to choose grooming. In this example, they want to book a grooming appointment. So again, you're going to have a setup page. You pick your pet profile, you put your request, you click next. You're doing your search here. So here you're going to have your search bar. Here I've put a zip code, and then all the results will populate down here, and you can swipe if there were more than one. And in this example, we're just going to select the first one, and then next would be your grooming services available. So same thing here in the search bar. The text says value package, so you're looking for an all-inclusive package. You see full grooming package, you look at the details of it, you're okay with that, you select it, and next is going to be availability. So you're scheduling your date and your time, you're going to select, and then before you book it, it's going to review all the details that you just inputted and make sure you want to go forward with that. And if not, you can click the edit icon to go back, but you're going to click book, and then this is where you're going to have the actual information to the appointment. And then from here we can click home to go back to the home page. So this is going to be a user who wants to find a group of people to socialize with for their pet and for themselves. And so here we are on the pet communities page. And so from the top to bottom, you're going to have your groups at the top. That's going to have a filter and a sort. Underneath, you're going to have your feed. There's two components of that. One is your social feed, which is going to be, feed like any other social media from all the groups that you're joined in. Then next, you're going to have pet events, which is also events that are based on the groups that you have joined. And so that could be virtual or in-person events. And so here we're going to explore Downtown Dallas Doggies group. And then here's the group in detail. So you're going to have filter sort, and then you're going to have the details of this group. For example, the members, how many there are, the title, location, type of group, and of course it's going to have a preview of any public post. So you can click join if you like to join, and then you could go back to your pet communities homepage and you'd be back on the feed. And for example, these are different posts that come from other groups that they may have joined. And then from here, we're going to go to the education page, which is the last page that I'm going to show you in this prototype. The education page is going to be focused on professional content. So it's vetted, and it's not just anyone writing anything that they want, but from the top to the bottom, we're going to have the featured articles, filter sort. You're going to have the categorical organization of data here, where you're going to have different topics. And so Puppy 101, wellness, nutrition, enrichment are just examples. And then lastly, recommended for you is going to be that content that's based on any of your preferences that you've either inputted during onboarding or your settings. And so wherever you are as a pet owner, these articles will reflect that. So if I have like a puppy for the first time, it would be articles about puppy ownership, etc. And so this is the last screen of the prototype. If there are any other questions, please feel free to reach out. And thank you for watching.